Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And two Jim Carrey movies up for review. Decided to watch a bunch of Jim Carrey movies so I can do them review. Some of which I haven't watched in a very long time, especially this one. This is Liar Liar from 1997. I think the last time that I watched this film was probably 8 or maybe more years ago. I think at least 8 years ago. I do like the film. It's not really one of my favorites. It wouldn't be in my top 5, possibly in the top 10. But I do like this film a lot. It's kind of funny. And well, Jim Carrey is possibly one of the only few people. Now, he is possibly the only person who can do it. As you probably know, it's from 1997. It is a fantasy film. Directed by his cohort in couple of movies. I wouldn't say several. Yeah, I think 2 or 3 at least. Tom Shadyac. And the movie stars, of course, Jim Carrey as a lawyer who is often caught, he often says a lot of lies, mostly for his own convenience, but it ends up hurting his young son. His wife is divorced from him, and he doesn't show up for his birthday. Instead, he's having sex with his boss. So he's a pathological liar. And therefore, the kid who's upset, I think he's around 6 years old, 5 years old or 6 years old, and cute kid. He makes a wish for his birthday when he blows out the candles. He wishes that his father couldn't say a lie for at least 24 hours, or at least for a day. So he is struggling to maintain his career, and then he is like, wants to become partner. So he has sex with his boss, played by the lovely Amanda Donohoe. I've only seen her in a couple of things. One is this, one is an episode of Frasier. I'm not sure if I've ever seen her in anything else. I was checking her. She was in Castaway, but I've never actually watched Castaway. Shocking, yeah, but I haven't watched it. Anything else? Oh yeah, she is in Starship Troopers 3, Marauder. I have watched that. She's there in I think, supporting role. That's kind of it. I haven't really seen her in anything else. But yeah, I remember her from, I think she looks much more attractive, much more sexy in the short hair in that episode of Frasier, which I believe is like 2 or 3 years before this movie, before this film came out, because Frasier started in 1993. Anyway, you also have Maura Tierney, who plays Jim Carrey's wife, who's separated from him. Justin Cooper plays the son, Max Reed. He's the kid who's played I think he was in Full House for a couple of episodes. He was in Boy Meets World. Liar Liar. And he played Dennis Mitchell in Dennis the Menace Strikes Again. And I don't think I've seen him in anything else, but he looks very familiar, to be honest. Cary Hill, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Could somebody please tell me how you pronounce Cary Hills? Lewis? Elvis? What the heck? How do you pronounce this? Elvis, is what I'm going to say. Jennifer Tilly as well, fantastically hilarious when she and Jim Carrey are on the screen together. Two Canadian actors, they've got amazing chemistry. And anybody else? There's this guy who plays her lover. He is somewhat familiar. I've seen him in a soap opera of all things. But back in the early 90s, when we first got cable here in India, my sister and I used to watch a couple of soap operas, including The Bold and the Beautiful and Santa Barbara. These were the two. I mean, we watched it for a couple of years. It was like shown daily on Indian television cable, and we just had one cable channel that had English series, so we used to watch that quite a lot, among other shows. But yeah, we were into The Bold and the Beautiful, and especially Santa Barbara. I loved Santa Barbara for a long time. Anybody else? No, that's about it. Sherry O'Terry, she plays Jane. I am not sure who the character is. Anyway, so basically hilarity ensues when Jim Carrey's character realizes that Jim Carrey's character is called Fletcher Reed. He realizes that he cannot. My hair is a mess. I need to get a haircut. He realizes that he cannot lie. He says that he's had better when when his boss basically asks him how was the sex, and he says, I've had better. He the elevator scene with the woman with the big jugs. Oh yeah, that she's so hot. Krista Allen, which I've seen in so many stuff, he says with the big jugs. He gets into trouble a lot. He's not able to lie to get his client off. When she's having the she's having the divorce settlement case with her husband, and however, he does manage to win her the case by finding out a loophole, finding out a truth, basically. And but yeah, funniest scenes ever is when he's in the men's bathroom, men's toilet, trying to beat himself up to kind of make it appear that somebody attacked him. However, when the judge wants to give him a stay for a couple of days, but then he says, unless you can actually continue, and then he can't say a lie, so he says, yes, I can continue. So they say brave person and all that stuff. However, the fact that his son put this wish, he tries to get his son to unwish it, but it doesn't happen. He still has to go to court. So in the end, he does win the case, but he realizes that the father, the opponent of his client, right? The father, he really wants the kids to be with him, and she's trying to get the kids away from him. And he realizes how much he misses his son. So his ex-wife, Maura Tierney, who plays Audrey, she's supposed to be going off away to Boston with her current boyfriend, who is named Jerry, played by Cary Lewis. Elvis, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he goes to the airport, chases the plane basically, and causes a huge scene and a little crash. And although he's taken away to the hospital, Audrey decides that she can't take away his son Max away from him. It'll basically ruin him, and she decides to stay back. A year later, on Max's next birthday, they both kiss. Seemingly they've reunited as a family. All ends well. But was it Max who made the wish? That we will never know. So yeah, Audrey and Max do get back together. They become a family once again. That's how the movie ends, with the claw. Anyway, that's basically it for Liar Liar. I mean, it's a very simple movie. It's Jim Carrey at his hilarious best. Well, I wouldn't say his best. He's actually subdued quite a bit, but it's pretty funny. Like I said, it's not really my favorite of his films, but I think it's pretty damn good. So that's, like I said, because it's not really one of my favorites, it's not one that I watched multiple times, and I really need my hair cut. Anyway, that's it, guys. I love this movie. It is pretty good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Good night.